Hello, it is July 2nd. Well, this might get uploaded July 3rd, but in my world it's July 2nd right now, which means I am 1 year post-op for top surgery. So basically that means I'm going to show you how everything's looking, show you some comparisons, talk at you a little bit, and then we can both be on our way. But for right now, let's celebrate, because this is kind of a big deal. So I've only done a couple of post-op videos. I did one when I first got my vest off, I did one when I was a month post-op, and I did one when I was 6 months post-op, and now I am 1 year. So we should see some differences. That was kind of my hope in not doing them too often, is that it would make the differences like really clear as time went on. So here are my scars. Gotta get my tiptoes. Here are my scars at 1 year. Everything is looking super duper nice. I had, if you watch my 6 months video, I had kind of like a red rash right here. I think that was just because my skin didn't get a lot of exposure to the sun. Same with like some chest acne and stuff like that, but a lot of that has gone away. You can see there's still markings from stretch marks and scars like that I had from binding, and that's just because I binded so tight, and I think those have faded somewhat, but in part they're just never going to go away, but I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with it. The scars themselves look really nice. They're pretty much all white now. This one looks a little pink on the camera, but it's a little bit whiter in real life. This one looks pretty on par with what it actually looks like. The scars from the drainage tubes, which should be right here and right here, are basically gone now. I really don't think I can see them, let alone the camera. But yeah, that's kind of how everything stands. This summer, I've kind of been obnoxiously shirtless. I went swimming without a binder for the first time ever, like 2 weeks ago, I think, which was really awesome and really freeing. I didn't really go swimming a ton when I binded, just because I was super duper uncomfortable with it, and so if I did go swimming while I was binding, I'd wear like 2 binders and have trouble breathing, and it was not really safe or smart of me. So I really only went swimming, I think, twice, maybe 3 times before top surgery. So it's been a really long time since I had a chance to go swimming. I also went to a friend's cabin and was shirtless a lot up there, and I went to Pride and was shirtless pretty much the whole day. Do as I say, not as I do, and if your scars are still pink, do not just walk around in the sun shirtless, because they will stretch out, they will get bigger, they will not look as good if you give them too much exposure to the sun. But mine are pretty much all healed, and even when I do go out in the sun, I still cover them in sunscreen, so I am somewhat careful. I've also, I don't know if you can see it, but I've also got a pretty bad tank top tan, which is great, because I've never had one of those. Again, I've been obnoxiously shirtless and just wearing a lot of tank tops, because this is the first summer I can do that, which is really exciting. And that's about it for your basic physical stuff. Really just everything's healed super duper well, and I'm really happy with it. I was also watching some of my old post-op videos, and it was really interesting to see not just how well the scars have healed, but also how I've changed over time. My face is definitely a lot chubbier in the older videos. It's kind of hard to tell the comparison to this one because I just got a haircut, and when I get haircuts they're really short, and so my face looks kind of more babyish than usual. So if you watched, like, I uploaded a video a week ago or something, or like 2 weeks ago, where you can really see there's a lot of my face in it, and you can really see how much my face has thinned out over time. I also just look kind of healthier in general. Last summer, because of my surgery, I spent 3 months where you normally spend a ton of time in the sun, which I will be doing this year, just kind of in the house. And also I was wearing t-shirts, so my chest and also just my skin in general looked kind of pale and sickly, to be entirely honest. I didn't look the greatest, but this summer I did like a service trip in Colorado, and I've been outside a ton and just been getting a lot of sun, and so it just in general I kind of look healthier, which I'm very happy with. Hopefully you can tell that through the camera. Maybe you can't, but I don't know, I think I look healthier. And the last thing is my voice has continued to change over the last year. I think part of that is because I had braces for all my last videos, but also just My voice was deeper about a year ago, but I feel like it's really leveled out now. And so, I don't know, I like my voice a lot better. I still wasn't quite happy with how it sounded a year ago when I would watch a video of me talking, but at this point I'm definitely happy with how my voice sounds and where my voice is at. Beyond just the physical changes, top surgery and how much my tea dosage has really changed me over the last year has been pretty life-altering. Having surgery really opened me up. I did a video a while back called, I think, A Trans Man's Regret, something dramatic like that, where I talk about how before surgery and before I went on tea, I really didn't do much with myself because I was always waiting to be at a point where I was physically happy with myself in order to put myself out there, which was not a good move, and I wish I had started doing things sooner, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how after I had surgery, I really just started living life. I had made a lot of friends before surgery, and so I was spending more time with people. Like I said, I've been going outside more. Over the school year I did a ton of stuff. I was taking a lot of advanced classes and I was doing theater stuff, which was the first thing I ever did outside of school. I kept making YouTube videos, which I'm really proud of. I definitely am happy with every single video I've made, the ones I've put no effort in, the ones I've put a lot of effort in. I'm really happy with every single one of them, and I'm happy with what I've accomplished since I got surgery. I really feel like I'm a different person than I was when I first came out of surgery. I've changed a lot and I've grown a lot. When I first came out of top surgery, I feel like my goal was to really do something with myself. I knew I would be more happy with who I was physically after top surgery, and I wanted to take advantage of that and go and finally put myself out there and do stuff. And I feel like I've done that. I mean, I'm really happy with the things I've accomplished since top surgery. And having accomplished those things, I feel like I'm at a place now where I can sort of take myself and my well-being one step further. For this next year, I guess it's kind of like a New Year's resolution, like a surgery resolution, I don't know. I've just been thinking more and I realized that I'm in a place where I am physically happy enough with myself and I'm doing enough with myself where I can really set a different kind of goal. And my goal is to strive for two things. I want to strive for wisdom and I want to strive for happiness. Over the past year, even though I was doing a lot of really awesome and productive stuff, I also had a lot of really bad experiences, stuff I won't go into detail with, but I was finding myself over this past year not being happy a lot and being really stressed out and just not being able to find peace of mind. So going into the future, I really want to work on being a wiser person. And to me, wisdom is being able to take a situation and sort of pull yourself out of it and not getting trapped in your own little bubble of your ideals and the way you want things to turn out, and being able to understand why things need to be a certain way and how to negotiate situations, and just being at a very peaceful state of mind, because I feel like that's going to put me in a really good place. And part of being in that right state of mind, I think, is being able to choose happiness. Now, some of the greatest advice I've ever heard is from Shay Carl, and he said happiness is a choice, which is kind of interesting because I actually disagree with it a little bit. I think there are some situations where you cannot choose happiness, whether it's due to a mental disorder, which is sometimes the case, or just a very traumatic experience. Sometimes you have to be sad. But at the same time, I think there is a right way to deal with sadness, and that's where the wisdom comes in my mind. And there also are a lot of situations where you can choose happiness. You can decide to see the positive end of things, and you can decide to take things in a certain way and to grow from them, and to not let things stop you. And that's sort of become my goal as I move forward. It's a lot more complex in my head than I can describe in a short amount of time, so I'm not going to try to describe it. But basically, I want to be wiser, and I want to be happier, and I want to push myself to just be in a good place no matter what happens over the next couple of years. So that is my 1 year post-op video. I know it's a lot more than just talking about how my scars have healed, but I feel like this has been a really big part of my life, so I wanted to talk about a little bit more than just the physical changes. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed sharing this experience with me. If this is the first video you've watched from me, hello. I hope you continue to enjoy this experience with me because it's been a pretty crazy one. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more to come. So I'll talk to you later.